In the fight I'm really excited about. But first of all, please like and subscribe. It would really help the channel grow. Luis Ortiz and Charles Martin are going to duke it out on New Year's Day. And in a very exciting fight. I believe New Year's this year is on a Saturday because I know for a fact Christmas is on a Saturday. I think New Year's Eve is the Saturday. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to look at the calendar. But this is a very exciting fight. Two southpaws, two guys who are in very need of a big win. Charles Martin coming off knocking out Gerald Washington 6 rounds. Luis Ortiz coming off a victory, a first round victory in that. But we can all admit that that fight was a farce. It's uploaded on my YouTube channel if you guys want to go watch it. The full fight. Actually, I will leave a link in the description below. But Luis Ortiz, you could say he's coming off a loss against Death World because he fought Alexander Flores. The fight ended in 40 seconds. He hit Alexander Flores' bicep, or I believe he hit Flores with his bicep, and the fight was over. So Flores clearly wasn't coming there to win the fight, and Flores got paid a hefty amount for those 45 seconds. He got paid $80,000. I'm pretty sure I would take that fight for $80,000 and just take a dive 45 seconds in, but I know I'm an idiot and I'm going to try to win the fight and take a lot of unwanted damage. But now let's get to the point. Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz. Who's the favorite in that fight? You look at it in this sense, Luis Ortiz is a much better boxer. He can jab on the outside. But at the same time, Luis Ortiz is 6'4" with a 78-inch reach. Charles Martin is 6'5" with a 80-inch reach. So he has an inch in height and 2 inches in reach. I don't think that's going to make the biggest difference in the world. But a lot of people seem to extremely underrate Charles Martin just because Anthony Joshua dealt with him in a round. Even though Charles Martin has had, after that, several impressive performances. After he lost to Anthony Joshua, he had 2 quick comeback fights, knocked out Brian Pauly, knocked out Michael Marone. And then I think it was the first person to show the glimpse that Adam Kownacki was slightly overhyped. And I thought that fight was very close. All 3 judges had it 6 rounds to 4. And I agree, Adam Kownacki deserved to win that fight because Adam Kownacki won the entire first half of the fight. But Charles Martin was coming back in that second half. He didn't have the confidence in himself. I think Charles Martin found himself in that Adam Kownacki fight. In the second half of that fight, and ever since then, he beat Gregory Coben in the 8th round. He beat Daniel Martz in 4 rounds. And he knocked out Gerald Washington in 6 rounds. Gerald Washington coming off beating Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius, the same guy who's gotten back to the top 10. So this fight, I think the winner cements himself in the top 10. I think it's a very interesting fight. I have no idea who is going to win this fight, but I will make a detailed prediction as we get closer to the fight. In my opinion, it's a 50-50 fight. These are the type of fights you want to see. But I'm really now intrigued to see who Andrew Ruiz is going to fight, because everyone was saying it's going to be Ruiz versus Ortiz. And I don't want to see Ruiz just wait for the winner of this fight until he comes back. I want to see Ruiz get in another fight, because in this way, he's just wasting his prime. He only got 2 or 3 years left, because Ruiz is not like a Fury or a Wilder where they can rely on size and power. Ruiz relies a lot on speed. The more he's on the sidelines, the more it's really going to affect his career in a negative way. And there's a lot of options for Ruiz. He can even, if you can't find a opponent, just rematch Areola. I know it's not the best thing in the world, but you need to get out there. You can't just keep on taking layoff after layoff. Coming into the Areola fight, he was out of commission for 17 months. In a fight, when he lost to Joshua, he did not take that much damage. I know he got a cut, but he could have been there. He could have been back in there in June. I know we got the, that shut down the world for a couple years. But boxing was back on from August. So let's say he couldn't come back in June. He could have probably had a comeback fight on October. And then fought Ariel in May. Then probably should have had another fight. He should have fought. He's with PBC. He should have fought the Canelo undercard. I know it's going to be like, man, this is Andrew Ruiz. How is he fighting on the undercard? They could give him a couple million to fight. It won't ruin the show. It won't. It really won't. Because you saw the gate made over $10 million for Canelo. And they sold 800,000 pay-per-view buys at $80 a pop. So that's $74 million. And they only spent $50 million on the main event. And I'm pretty sure they sold $1 million on all the undercard. So another $2 million wouldn't have destroyed them. Wouldn't have broken the bank. Still, Showtime made a big profit off this fight. And I just want to see Andrew Ruiz come back before May. I don't want him to stay on the sidelines until May. But look, this fight, Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz, it's a good fight. I will give a detailed prediction as we get closer to the event. It's going to be on New Year's Day. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. And Sadiq Boxing out.